Hiya folks, how's it going? My name's Lexi and I really like tabletop role-playing games. I like them so much that we get together once a week, every week, and we review one here on the gaming table. If that sounds interesting to you, I encourage you to hit subscribe and keep watching today's video. Today I get to say thank you to someone who reached out to me and asked me to review a game they made. I'm always so honoured when people want to reach out to me to ask if I can review their game. Not only is it a lot of trust that's being placed in me, but it often means I get to explore and discuss games that might not have come across my radar otherwise. Today we are taking a look at a little zine game that was sent to me. They're often really imaginative and they do a lot with the space that they have. If you have a game of any size that you would like to see on the gaming table, please reach out to me. The best way to do so is via my email address in the description box. I do have a fair amount of a backlog to get through to review, so I can't promise that it would be soon. I would still love to hear from you and see what you're working on. I want to say thank you to Dithma Games for reaching out to me so we could make today's episode. Speaking of, today's game is about scheming and grabbing power. From Dithma, this is Heirs of the Leviathan. Interestingly, this scene game was inspired by World of Dungeons. So I won't go into the comparisons as I wouldn't be able to speak on that. For me, missing that context of what inspired this game didn't actually hinder my enjoyment of it at all. In Heirs of the Leviathan, players play characters who are heirs to a kingdom. This kingdom is on the brink of collapse and crisis. Periods of instability are often great times to seize power, and that is what these characters are hoping to do. Whether or not this works out, I suppose depends on the players and what the dice decide. The book implies a general setting of a traditional medieval low fantasy world. You do also get a provided setting for this game, called The Shadows of the Ancient Citadel. It's got everything: vassal kingdoms, rivals to power, and spooky magic towers. Of course, betrayal lurks around every corner. This game is a powered by the apocalypse game, albeit a thinner one than what I'm used to. To start this game, you roll 2d6 to work out what scores you will have for your attributes. The attributes in this game are Strength, Wits, Wealth, and Leviathan, which tell you pretty much what this game is going to be about, and what sort of characters this game makes. Then get to pick a class. There's Rulers, Whisperers, Orators, Sages, and Warlords. You then get Hubris, which is kind of a pool of reputation points as well as health points. For most of this game, you are going to be coming across some kind of crisis and then using your attributes to try get around them and hopefully take advantage of them. Though, depending on what fate has in store for your character, this could work out very poorly. Heirs of the Leviathan is a pretty rules-light game, so this is as much as I'm going to cover in this review. This is a very smart little zine. It covers in a small amount of space what it wants to and conveys the aesthetic and the setting very well. I can't say you would be able to use the mechanics here to expand upon what the zine has created, but I don't think I want it to do more than what it already does. This game does what it sets out to do effectively and succinctly. I don't see this game as one that I necessarily want to bring into an extended campaign. You might get a couple of sessions out of this, but the kingdom can't stay on the brink of crisis for forever. It's got to collapse sometime, like a house of cards. Depending on the size of that collapse, you could continue the story with some characters changing sides, or having to make up a new character to wade into this new crisis. Perhaps if your character is the one who keeps getting betrayed or losing out, this could get a little frustrating. If you are interested in playing morally grey characters whose main goal is just to seize power, this game is going to be really interesting to you. I don't think that this is a game where a good aligned character is going to have a necessarily great time, though that could be a very interesting angle to play with this game. The easiest way to get your hands on this game is through a PDF copy of the zine, which is only about $4. that price is going to be worth paying if you enjoy the narrow focus of this zine game. If grabbing power and potentially backstabbing is not your thing, I commend you for getting this far in the video, but I understand if this game is not your thing. Heirs of the Leviathan is the sort of game for people who like to play scheming princes and untrustworthy advisors, which, to me, sounds like a lot of fun. I didn't find a good place to discuss it in my review, but I was also sent this amazing piece of original art with my copy of the game. It's really cool, and I'm kind of thinking about where I could perhaps display it somewhere. Maybe it's just for me to enjoy, but I really love it, so thank you. But for everyone watching, what did you think of this game? Are you an intrigue junkie? What sort of settings do you like intrigue stories to take place in? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. While you're there, I encourage you to like this video, subscribe and turn on notifications so YouTube tells you when I've next uploaded. If you would really like to go the extra mile, you could share this video with a friend or visit my Ko-Fi page. All interaction helps YouTube think that this is a video worth seeing in the sea of the algorithm, which gets more people joining us here. In the end, it all helps me feel like this is still worth doing. I want to say thank you to Dithma for reaching out with a copy of this game for me to review. I hope you're all doing well, and I look forward to seeing you next time at the gaming table. Bye!